All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be reacting to an album, that came out 2 days ago, right about the time I recorded this video. I mean, it's been highly suggested, and today we are, finally here. So full transparency, before we start, I mean, this is actually my first, real deep dive into Joji's music. I obviously know the name, I know the reputation, I know he's known for emotional late night music that hits people right in the chest. But personally, I have never sat down and listened to a full Joji album from front to back. So this is going to be a genuine first experience for me. I mean, the album, once again, that we are reacting and reviewing today, is titled Pissing in the Wind. And from what I understand, this project, is a pretty big moment, in his career. New chapter, more creative freedom, and apparently, a lot more experimentation than, his earlier work. I mean, people release him split on it. Some say, it's his most honest album. Others say it's messy and, unconventional. So yeah, I'm coming into this, with no expectations, no nostalgia bias, and no favorite Joji era to compare it to. I'm listening purely for the vocals, the production, the emotion, and whether the music actually connects with me as someone hearing him fresh. Yeah, I'm going to react to exactly how I feel in real time. If something hits, I'll definitely say it. If something doesn't, we'll definitely talk about it too. That's the fun part, of being new to an artist. So yeah, if you are a Joji fan, guide me in the comments. So yeah, if you're new like me, we are definitely experiencing this together. So headphones on. Yeah. So from what I'm seeing here, this album, has 21 songs. Guys, this is definitely a hell of a journey. Spans a little over 45 minutes and 58 seconds. Yes. So definitely going to be a hell of a journey. And yeah, I'm optimistic. Guys, so the first song's titled Pixelated Kisses. Yes. Let's take a listen.
Replicate this moment from a million miles away. Waiting for the second, baby, never make a sound. If you never hear from me, all the satellites are down. Yeah, they're all fucking down. Falling through the atmosphere right now. Baby, are you really down? Baby, are you really down? Pixelated kisses got me going insane. Replicate this moment from a million miles away.
This is hard.
Waiting for the second, baby, never make a sound.
Okay.
If you never hear from me, all the satellites are down. Yeah, they're all fucking down. Falling through the atmosphere right now. Baby, are you really down?
Yeah.
Baby, are you really down?
Whoa. Guys, this hits hard. Really hard. All right, guys, so that was the first song, Pixelated Kisses. This was just 1 minute and 50 seconds. And after listening to it, I feel like Joji, he kept it intimate and a bit restrained. His voice, I love how he floats just above the mix. It's soft, slightly distant, almost fragile, which I think fits the emotional tone perfectly. There is no big belting here. The power comes from how detached and yet vulnerable he sounds. Like he's singing through a screen. The production is definitely gritty, it's definitely minimal, but built around a bit of glitchy, distorted, textures, and then a heavy low end, sort of pulse. The beat feels industrial, and a bit crushed, giving the song a digital, almost claustrophobic, atmosphere that mirrors the theme. If you ask me, everything is intentionally rough, around the edges, Yeah. Now, one may ask me, what is this song all about? I mean, to me, at its core, this track, I feel like I explores digital intimacy and a bit of emotional distance. Connection that exists online, but feels incomplete in real life. I love the fact that it captures that frustration of wanting closeness while being stuck with something artificial and fragmented. Yeah. So overall, this song is short, is moody, and definitely effective. Pixelated Kisses isn't about big hooks. To me, it's about vibes, about emotion, and atmosphere, and definitely leaves you wanting more. The moment it ends. Yes. So let me know what you think about the song. We move on to the second song titled Cigarette. Yeah, let's go.
Cigarette died, not again.
Already.
Never mind, I can read your mind through the black tan. Cigarette died just in time on the west side. She knows she'll never go back there. Cigarette died, not again. Never mind, I can read your mind through the black tan. Cigarette died just in time on the west side. She knows she'll never go back there.
It's hard.
Running man, if you really want it that bad. Every word, every smile, every frown, every crack, all fingers on the map. You could trace it back, hard back cover every day. You could read the same facts like tenfold.
Okay.
You could read it back like tenfold, but you never see me running back from the end. So guess it really ends like that. I'ma never come back, I'ma never come. Cigarette died, not again. Never mind, I can read your mind through the black tan. Cigarette died just in time on the west side. She knows she'll never go back there. Cigarette died, not again, never mind. I can read your mind through the black tan. Cigarette died just in time on the west side. She knows she'll never go back there.
Whoa. Guys, the second song titled Cigarette, and wow, Joji really kept it restrained and intimate here, if you ask me. His delivery, I feel like I feel tired, in a very intentional way. It's soft, almost numb, which to me perfectly sells the emotional weight of the song. There's no vocal flexing here. To me, it's all about mood. It's all about vulnerability and letting the cracks in his voice do the talking. For the instrumentation, I love that. I feel like the production is, as always, minimal and atmospheric. Muted keys, subtle synth textures, and a slow steady rhythm. That I feel like create a hazy floating backdrop. Love the fact that nothing overpowers the vocals. It feels empty on purpose, reinforcing that sense of emotional burnout and repetition. Cigarette, I feel like works as a metaphor for temporary comfort. Something you reach for knowing it won't really fix anything. The song definitely captures emotional dependency, routine, and the feeling of being stuck in circles. That I feel like give brief relief, but leave you as a person unchanged. It's reflective, it's resigned, and quietly sad, rather than dramatic. Yes. Overall, I feel like this isn't a big explosive Joji track. It's definitely a slow burn. The kind of song that hits hardest, when you are more or less like alone, headphones on, just sitting, with your thoughts. Yes. Let me know what you think about this one. But yeah, the instrumentation really hits hard. We'll move on to the third song titled Last of a Dying Breed. Let's go. Wow. Whoa.
You're the last of a dying breed. To the sun flying high and free. Ain't no man in the pilot seat. Silence please. This is what you need.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Wow. Okay, guys. So that was the third song, titled "Last of a Dying Breed." I mean, Joji definitely kept it intimate and worn in, with this particular track. I mean, his delivery is soft, but heavy, with a bit of emotion, almost fragile, using restraint, instead of power. The slight haze, of his voice definitely makes, everything feel, confessional, like you are overhearing thoughts, he wasn't meant to say out loud. Instrumentation wise, I mean, I love the fact that, it's minimal, but cinematic. The track, I feel like leans, on a lo-fi, alternative R&B foundation with muted drums, atmospheric textures, and subtle, orchestral swells. Nothing is flashy. I mean, the space between sounds, that's most, of the emotional work. Letting the mood breathe and linger. I mean, as for what the song is all about, to me, it feels like a meditation on isolation and emotional exhaustion. I mean, being the last of a dying breed emotionally. I mean, loving deeply while feeling disconnected or unseen. I mean, there's a quiet desperation, in the question that it asks. I see if he's searching for reassurance, that the connection is real and mutual. Yeah. Overall, guys, I mean, this is classic Joji. Love the fact that the song is understated. Love the fact that it's haunting and emotionally heavy without raising its voice. Yeah, that's just what I think about this one. Let me know what you guys also think about it. We're moving on to the fourth song titled "Love You Less." Let's go.
Keep getting less of you when I give you the best of me.
like this.
If I love you less, will you love me more? I come back,
Wow.
come forward. If I love you less, will you love me more? Wasting my breath, 'cause you like it better when there's none left. When I'm not in your bed, only time you want me there. But I want you so
Yeah,
bad.
nice.
Wanna give you everything that I have. This is how you should love me. All my size, you're not sure. If I love you less, will you love me more? I go back,
Nice, the instrumentation. I love it.
come forward. If I love you less, will you love me more?
Yeah.
When I'm ready, you're not ready. Trying to carry this love, and it's
Wow. Whoa. Nice. I like this track. I love it actually. Yeah, so that was the first song titled Love You Less. I mean, Joji, as usual, he definitely kept this particular song intimate and fragile. I mean, his delivery is definitely soft and almost withdrawn. Like, I mean, this man is singing, through resignation rather than heartbreak. I mean, the restrained tone definitely sells the emotional, imbalance, no vocal flex and just raw, tired, sort of honesty. For the instrumentation, guys, I loved it. I mean, the production, I love the fact that it leans into dreamy, shoegaze, sort of textures, washed out guitars, hazy, a bit of, hazy reverb and a slow floating tempo. I mean, it's minimal but immersive, letting the atmosphere, do the heavy lifting while, keeping, the focus on the mood. Now, what is this song all about? To me, at its core, I feel like this song is all about loving someone more than they love you back, and wondering, if pulling away, might finally make them care. That's the central question. I mean, if I love you less, would you love me more? I mean, that line really captures emotional exhaustion, of an uneven, relationship. Overall, I mean, it's quite gut punch. I mean, subtle, melancholic, and painfully relatable. Yeah, that's just what I think about it. Let me know what you guys also think about this song down in the comment section. But this song is definitely, going, into, one of my favorite songs, off of this album. I loved it. Yeah. Moving on to the fifth song titled "If It Only Gets Better." Let's go.
If it only gets better from here.
Whoa.
If it only gets better from here.
Yeah.
Now what's there to change about it? See, I just won't think about it.
Whoa. Okay, guys. Yes. So the third song, if it only gets better, I mean, I feel like after listening to this song, Joji, kept it, stripped, all the way back. His vocals, are soft, they are fragile and almost non-finished on purpose. Like you are catching him, mid thought. I don't know if that makes sense. There's very little polish here, which actually makes the emotions hit even harder. I mean, it sounds tired, it sounds hopeful and unsure, all at once. For the instrumentation, I loved it. I mean, the production is minimal and definitely atmospheric. I mean, a bit of sparse keys, airy pads, and a lot of empty space. I mean, no big drums, no dramatic build, just a quiet, looping mood that I feel like feels more like an interlude, than a full song. It's designed to actually linger, in my opinion, not explode. Lyrically, I love the fact that this song is centered, on a cautious optimism. I mean, wanting to believe things, will improve, while still feeling emotionally drained. I mean, to me, it's not a confidence, things will get better, but more of whispered hope that they might, that uncertainty is definitely the whole point. So yeah, overall I have to say this track feels like a quiet emotional pause, rather than the statement piece. It's short, it's intimate and heavy, in mood. Classic, more than Joji, if you ask me. I mean, leaning into vulnerability instead of spectacle. Let me know, guys, what you think about this one down in the comment section. Moving on to the said song, Love Me Better. Let's go.
Fill me with your mind, your design. Pray that everything aligns. I won't shy away. All we have is time and you made it look so easy. Can you let me shine? Let me shine. When you said that you were mine, all that energy left it all behind. And I still don't believe it. I wanna stay forever.
All right, guys, the said song, Love Me Better. I feel like after listening to the song, Joji, I mean, he kept it restrained and intimate. I mean, his delivery definitely felt a bit tired, in an emotional way, almost like he's singing from a place of acceptance rather than pain. I mean, the softness in his voice definitely sells the vulnerability, and I feel like those subtle melodic bends make the performance feel very human and unpolished, and I mean that in the best way. The production, as always, is minimal and atmospheric. You've got muted keys, airy, a bit of an airy synth textures, and a slow steady groove that never overwhelms the vocals. I feel like everything feels spacious, giving the song room to actually breathe, and I mean, letting the emotions sit in the front and center. Now I mean, at its core, Love Me Better sounds like a quiet confession. I mean, wanting to be loved more deeply, more intentionally, and or at least more honestly. There's also a sense of emotional fatigue, like he's asking for efforts, without begging, which to me makes it even hit harder. Yeah, for my overall vibe, I mean, low key, this song is reflective and emotionally heavy without being dramatic. I mean, classic Joji, energy that sneaks up on you rather than punches you in the face. Yes, let me know what you think about this one down the comment section. Yes, moving on to the 7th song, Piece of You. Let's go.
Yeah, hurt and feeling fine. Found the sky that you don't live in no more. And hurt, breathing in the night.
Wow.
Left you behind. Not chasing your
Sounds
ghost
good.
no more. Yeah. All the constellations, they no longer hold a piece of you. Now I can finally say that I stopped looking for that piece of you.
Finally found another sky. You're not on my mind like it used to be. Cloudy every other night. Trying to forget all that you were to me. When I fell into you, hesitating, unsure what to do. All the reasons why left you behind. Say, 3 or 4 times, I'm not even sure.
Whoa.
Called it love, how without a back and forth. Rain kept coming down, but I liked your heart. Sky's so clear without you in your star. Now you're looking for a piece of me, but I can't be peace for you now.
Nice, I like this.
Said you're looking for a piece of me, but I'm not peace for you now.
I'm feeling fine. Found the sky that you don't live in no more. And her breathing in the night left you behind. Not chasing your ghost no more. Yeah. All the constellations, they no longer hold a piece of you. Now I can finally say that I stopped looking for that piece of you. All the constellations, they no longer hold a piece of you. I can finally say that I stopped looking for that piece of you.
Guys, so that was the 7th song titled Piece of You with Giveon. Hopefully I'm getting that pronunciation right. Joji, I feel like I kept things, on the song as usual, restrained and intimate, almost like, he's singing from behind, closed doors. His delivery, it is soft, it's fragile, and emotionally tired, And then we have Giveon, his deeper, textured voice definitely added contrast and weight, making the emotional, push-pull hit even harder. The production, I love the fact that it's minimal, it's atmospheric. I mean, muted keys, airy pads, subtle bass, and space everywhere. I mean, nothing to me was overdone. The beat barely breathes, which to me keeps the focus locked on the emotion. I mean, it's one of those Georgie tracks where silence and space do just as much work as the instruments. Piece of Me to me is about emotional detachment after a breakup. That moment when someone wants access to you again, but you've already given everything you had. I love the fact that it captures the exhaustion of loving someone who only wants fragments of you, not the whole person. There is no anger here, just acceptance, distance, and quiet heartbreak. I love this track. I definitely love that. Subtle is heavy and haunting you without trying too hard. Not a big and explosive track, but one that I feel like sinks in the longer you sit with it. Yes, let me know what you think about this one down in the comments. This one is definitely going in. It's one of my favorite songs of this album. Moving on to the 8th song titled Hotel California. Oh, is it the Eagles? Okay, let's find out. Okay.
Thought of you make my heart beat fast. too soon and I'm way too attached.
Yeah.
You're the best that I ever had. This the first time, I hope it lasts.
Whoa.
Kind of face that you can't unsee. Kind of love that you can't just leave. Fuck me up, cut me up past 3. But I love when it's just for me. She said nice to meet you, nice to know ya. And left me at the Hotel California.
Whoa, sounds good.
Don't know what it means, guess I'm a goner. Lost you in the waves, I'm underwater.
Whoa.
Lost you in the waves, I'm underwater. Thought of you make my heart beat fast. Too soon and I'm way too attached.
Okay.
You're the best that I ever had. This the first time, I hope it lasts. Just when I think she's right where I want her, there she goes like a wave to the water. And she said nice to meet you, nice to know ya.
Whoa.
And left me at the Hotel California. Don't know what it means, guess I'm a goner. Lost you in the waves, I'm underwater. Lost you in the waves, I'm underwater. Lost you in the waves, I'm underwater.
All right, guys. Yes, the 8th song, Hotel California, and Joji definitely kept it understated and intimate here. I mean, his vocals, sit in that, soft and almost exhausted, register. He does, so well. I mean, slightly detached, slightly, vulnerable. I love the fact that he leans more on mood, than power. Letting the emotions simmer, instead of explode, which to me, fits the song in the sense of emotional limbo. The production, is minimalist and hazy. I mean, a bit of smooth in the synth layers, muted percussion, and a slow, drifting tempo. Nothing is flashy, but I feel like that's kind of like the point. I mean, the instrumental, to me, feels like you are stuck, in a late night loop, reinforcing the idea of being emotionally trapped. Yeah. Hotel California, when it comes to, what is the song is all about, I feel like this song, uses the hotel, as a metaphor, for emotional, entrapment, getting involved, with someone, or something that feels comforting at first, but slowly turns into, a place, you can't escape. To me, I mean, it's all about detachment. It's all about attachment, and that, hollow feeling of being stuck, in a connection, that's already, slipping away. Yeah. I mean, as always, this is classic, Joji. I mean, it's moody, it's reflective, and, quietly heavy, not a song, that hits immediately, but one that, sinks in the longer, you sit with it. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the song down in the comment section. We're moving on to the 9th song, titled Tarmac. Yeah, let's go. Whoa.
I was on the tarmac, pushing feelings way back.
Whoa.
I keep waiting to not care.
Okay.
I was on the tarmac, trying to find my way back. Won't you take me there? I was on the tarmac, pushing feelings way back. I keep waiting to not care. I was on the tarmac, trying to find my way back. Won't you take me there? Someone said I used to be a lab rat. I was on the tarmac, pushing feelings way back, pretending it don't hurt. But I was swimming 9 laps, take our time back, day by day. Waiting for the time lapse, tell me how you did that. I keep waiting, do not care.
Whoa.
I keep waiting. I was on the tarmac, pushing feelings way back. I keep waiting, do not care. I was on the tarmac, trying to find my way back. Won't you
Okay, yes, the ninth song, Tarmac. Um, I mean, George's delivery, is definitely soft, as always. Vocals was intimate, and I feel like, I mean, they felt almost whisper like at times. I mean, his voice, has that signature emotional, fragility, and I mean, breathiness, that I feel like it makes the song, feel personal. Like, I mean, he is singing directly to you. There's a raw vulnerability in his tone, that I feel like fits the mood perfectly. I mean, the production is minimal and atmospheric. A bit of sparse guitar. I mean, piano elements and that float underneath, with gentle beats, and ambient textures, rather than heavy drums or big drops. I mean, it's not flashy, it's moody, and subtle, which matches the reflective vibe, of the track really, really well. Yeah, lyrically and emotionally, Tarmac, I mean, feels like it's about being in a place, of waiting and uncertainty, almost stuck between places or feelings. I love the fact that captures in that moment where, I mean, you are trying to process emotions and figure out what comes next. I love the fact that it's introspective, and a bit melancholic. I mean, fitting for late night and in your deep thoughts moments. Yes. Let me know what you think about this one down the comment section. Moving on to the 10th song, Forehead Touch the Ground. Let's go.
Something about you, I cannot pretend. I cannot pretend. Something about you, can't get out my head.
Okay.
Can't get out my head. And if you do come back, may your forehead touch the ground again and again, and surely even then, ain't no room for friends, and you know this to the end, to the end.
Okay. All right, guys. Yes, the third song, Forehead Touch the Ground. I mean, George's voice definitely felt soft and intimate here too, as always. I mean, almost like this man, is speaking right into your ear. His delivery, is emotional without, being overpowering. With that, signature breathy tone, we all, I personally have come to, know him for. The instrumentation, minimal but effective. Sparse piano and atmospheric textures, and that give the song a quiet, reflective vibe that I feel like it lets the vocals, shine. Nothing feels, crowded. It's simple but definitely purposeful. The lyrics, I feel like I come across as deeply personal and emotional. It feels like Joji, is processing vulnerability and unspoken feelings. Almost like bowing, to a memory, or emotion that hit him hard. The title itself, Forehead Touch the Ground, suggests, I feel like it suggests, surrender, or respect, like admitting something, powerful about, his feelings, or mistakes. So yeah, after listening to this song, overall, this song is moody, an introspective cut, that highlights, Georgie's, strength in emotional storytelling and, I mean, delicate vocal performance. Guys, I loved it. I definitely loved it. Let me know your thoughts about this one down in the comment section. Moving on to the 11th song, titled Past Won't Leave My Bed. Let's go.
This room could be haunted, a vision to the blind.
Whoa.
Wishing sleep held me in her arms forever. Shadows dance around perfectly, blurring up the lines. Hallucinations start to intertwine. I open my eyes. Her face lingers on the walls. She's stuck on rewind in my mind. I try to move on, but the past won't leave my bed. I hear it all the time, like the wind between the chimes. Holding on to what we had together. A single note in my persistence, hopeless lullabies. I know that I can't sleep forever. I open my eyes. Her face lingers on the walls. She's stuck on rewind.
Wow.
I try to move on, but the past won't leave my bed. Her face lingers on the walls. She's stuck on rewind in my mind. I try to move on, but the past won't leave my bed.
Wow. Okay. Guys, so that was the 11th song, Past Won't Leave My Bed. And after listening to this song, I feel like Joji, kept it raw. And I was always, intimate here on this particular song too. I mean, his delivery is soft, almost fragile, with that slightly weary tone, he does, so well. In my opinion, you can hear the emotional weight in every single line. I mean, no vocal flexing, just restraint. And honestly, which to me, makes it hit even harder. For the instrumentation, wow. I mean, the production is minimal. It's definitely moody. Just a gentle piano line, carrying, most of the song, layered, with subtle ambient textures and, light percussion. I mean, nothing overwhelms the vocals. I feel like everything, felt intentionally sparse, letting the emotions, breathe all the way through. Now, what is the song all about? I mean, this track to me, is all about, being stuck, with emotional baggage. I mean, trying to move forward, whilst memories, of a past relationship, kind of like refuse, to let go. I mean, I love the fact that it captures that quiet, lonely moment, when you are alone, with your thoughts and realize the past and still, sharing the bed with you. Overall, I have to say this is definitely classic and modern Joji. It's understated. I mean, it's melancholic and emotionally heavy, and I mean that in the best possible way. I mean, one of the songs that sneaks up on you rather than explodes, in my opinion. Let me know what you think about this one down in the comment section. I loved it. Definitely adding it to my playlist. Yeah. Moving on to the 12th song, Fade to Black with For Bats. Hopefully I'm getting that pronunciation right. Let's go.
I've been in my head a couple days, not sure about what to say. It could go so many ways, but I know that if I walk up in this place,
Okay.
I'ma see your face.
Nice. I like this.
Kudos, no wait. Fuck that. You chose your fate. Stuck with
Okay.
that. Hung up in my face. Can't take it back. Just fade to black.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys, so that was the 12th song, Fade to Black. And after listening to this one, I have to say I feel like Joji, kept it, as always, restrained and a bit fragile here. I mean, I love the fact that he's not belting or showing off. To me, this is all about tone and emotion. The vocals felt distant and worn down, almost like he's singing from the edge of giving up, which to me fits the song perfectly. For the instrumentation, guys, the production is minimal. It's definitely atmospheric. I mean, soft keys, subtle textures, and a hazy floating beat that I feel like I never overwhelms the vocals. Everything felt muted and washed out, and like the music itself is slowly fading away, reinforcing the title. Lyrically, I love the fact that this song centers on emotional exhaustion, a bit of detachment, and a relationship that is slowly slipping into darkness. Fade to Black definitely works as a metaphor for shutting down emotionally, which when things don't explode, they just quietly disappear. Yeah. Overall, I love the fact that this song isn't a flashy Georgia track. It's definitely introspective, it's heavy, and moody. So yeah, if you ask me, I would say, if you are into his more vulnerable late night headphones on type of songs, I feel like this one definitely hits hard in a very, very subtle way. Yeah, let me know what you think about it. Moving on to the 13th song, Can't See Shit in a Club. Let's take a listen. Wow. Ooh.
It's so damn hard to see. It's so damn hard to see and hear. It's so damn hard to see. It's so damn hard to see and hear. Sometimes I could feel it right here in my chest. Thought I saw you just now, but I'll take it back. If you could see me right now, you might want it more. Swear to God, this could be forever if you say it back. It's a little too dark in the spot. I ain't try to talk about a lot. Sometimes I pretend that I forgot.
Yeah.
But every time I close my eyes, I keep thinking. I've been thinking.
Okay.
And thinking. It's so damn hard to see. It's so damn hard to see and hear.
Wow.
It's so damn hard to see. It's so damn hard.
So damn hard to see. Okay. Whoa. Guys, yes, the 13th song, Can't See Shit, in the club. I mean, Joji definitely kept it intentionally detached and murky here, in my opinion. I mean, his vocals, felt, half buried in the mix. I mean, it's breathy, understated, almost numb, which to me, perfectly sells that, lost in the crowd, type of energy. I mean, it's not about, big moments or range. To me, it's more about mood and emotional distance. The production, is minimal and hazy. I mean, muted bass, soft percussion, and washed out synths. That to me feels like neon lights bleeding into darkness. Everything definitely sounded slightly blurred, like your ears are ringing in a loud club. I mean, it's atmospheric over melodic, very very late night Georgie type of vibe. Yeah. Now, $1 million question, why am I asking, what is this song all about? To me, on the surface, it captures the literal disorientation of being in a dark crowded club, but underneath, it's really about emotional emptiness, being surrounded by people yet feeling disconnected, overstimulated and detached from yourself. I mean, it's loneliness hiding in plain sight, if you ask me. I mean, this track isn't trying to hit hard, it sinks in slowly. So yeah, if you're you are into Georgie's moody introspective side, I feel like this one lives in that quiet, uneasy space where the party's loud, but everything still feels empty. Guys, let me know your thoughts and your perspective about this particular song. Yes, moving on to the 14th song, Sojourn. Hopefully I'm getting that pronunciation right. Let's go. Okay, it's a different vibe.
It's almost magic.
Yeah.
Lost in translation. Moving mountains. You and I. Caught in the middle. Like in the 2000s. We were dancing. You and I. Can you love a little longer? It's a little stronger. Giving into my only vice.
Wow.
Even for the moment, all the right components. Handle me with care in this life. Maybe nothing lasts forever. That is so much greater. Knowing we were sharing this time. Find each other later and see it through together. We can live it out again twice. I am a fool, lost and delirious. Time won't undo, but it's not that serious. Sooner or later,
Whoa.
don't we give in to it? Maybe it's true. Things were just giving up. Can you love a little longer? It's a little stronger. Giving into my only vice. Even for the moment, all the right components. Handle me with
Guys, so yeah, the 14th song, Sojourn. Hopefully I'm getting that pronunciation right. I feel like this song, is one of those tracks, that lives entirely, in the mood. I mean, Georgie's vocals, on this one, are low, they are soft, and are emotionally drained, and I mean that in the best in the possible way. I mean, he sounds reflective, almost detached, like, he's processing feelings, in real time. The production is minimal. It's definitely atmospheric, built around gentle synths and subtle textures that I feel like I give the song a floating in between feeling. Lyrically and emotionally, this song feels like a pause, in the journey, sitting with loneliness, no uncertainty, and a transition rather than fighting it. I mean, it's not meant to hit hard, or chase a big hook. To me, it's meant to actually linger. Yeah, overall, this particular song, Sojourn, hopefully I'm getting that pronunciation right, it's quiet, it's a bit introspective, and very, very Georgie. I mean, perfect for late night listening and fans who actually appreciate his more emotional, stripped back side. Yeah, let me know what you think about this particular song down in the comment section. Moving on to the 15th song, DYKILY, or DYKILY. I'm not too sure. Please confirm that in the comment section. Let's take a listen. Whoa. Okay. Different vibe. Guys, the 15th song, DYKILY, DYKILY. Hopefully, I don't know. Please confirm that in the comment section. I mean, Georgie's delivery, on this particular song, as always, is soft and almost fragile. Like he is, half confessing and half pleading. I mean, there's a tired honesty, in his tone, and I feel like that makes the emotions feel unfiltered, especially when the hook repeats. I mean, it sounds less like a chorus and more like a question that he's been asking for a very, very long time. The production is minimal, is moody. I mean, built around You know, as always, no hazy scents. I mean, subtle textures and a slow floating rhythm. You know, nothing is overproduced. The instrumental definitely feels intentionally empty. You know, giving the vocals no space to actually breathe, and you know, letting the loneliness, you know, sit front and center. DYKILY. You know, I feel like based off of the lyrics, you know, this song, you know, revolves, you know, around unspoken love and a bit of, you know, emotional distance. You know, it captures the frustrating moments, you know, where, you know, feelings, you know, are you know, obvious to you, you know, but somehow, you know, invisible, you know, to the other person. You know, it's not dramatic, you know, heartbreak. You know, it's quite longing, confusion, and you know, vulnerability. So yeah, after listening to the song, my overall vibe, you know, low energy, you know, emotionally heavy, and very, you know, unbanned, you know, for for Joji. You know, the kind of song that I feel like it sneaks up on you and, you know, hits harder the more, you know, you sit with it. Yeah, that's just my thoughts, you know, about this particular song. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys, you know, think about this song. Yes, so this is the moving on to the 16th song, titled Rose Colored, with Yeat. Hopefully I'm getting that pronunciation right. Let's take a listen, guys. Whoa.
I must be looking through rose-colored lenses. I'm stressing. I was from out of town, baby, you guessed it. Invested. Don't let the door hit you out when you exit. No blessings. Hope you remember a song, girl, I'm listening. I'll miss it.
To begin it, I'm starting to feel like it's never gonna finish. She know we can enjoy it, we can, she know I can fuck her one time, she know. She don't wanna lose, but she don't. Yeah, she gon' gamble, but always you know. I might be drunk, I might be off the edge. Yeah, get you off the swivel, got you off the ledge. I don't want to waste time, but I don't want to text, cause you know that
I must be looking through rose-colored lenses. I'm stressing. I was from out of town, baby, you guessed it. Invested. Don't let the door hit you out when you exit. No blessings. Hope you remember a song, girl, I'm listening. I'll miss it.
All right, guys. Yes, the 16th song, Rose Colored, with Yeat. I don't know who that is. Maybe you guys can let me know who he is down in the comment section. But I mean, on this song, Joji delivered, you know, those, you know, soft, you know, almost detached vocals, you know, that I feel like you know, I've come to, you know him for. I mean, floaty, restrained, and emotionally numb, you know, on purpose. I mean, there is also a quiet sadness in the delivery that I feel like makes the lyrics, you know, feel introspective rather than dramatic. Yeat, you know, also comes in with you know, whacked, you know, auto-tune, you know, contrast that I feel like adds you know, a bit of, you know, hazy, you know, chaotic texture, you know, without overpowering the song. For the instrumentation, solid. I mean, the production is minimal. It's definitely atmospheric. I mean, as always, the muted sense, a woozy low end, you know, and a slow hypnotic rhythm. I mean, it definitely feels dreamy but uneasy, like you are drifting through something beautiful that isn't real. Nothing is flashy here. The beat definitely exists to support the mood. Yeah. Now, one may ask, what is this song all about? To me, rose colored, I feel like a plays on the idea of seeing things through rose colored lenses, romanticizing a situation, a relationship, or even your own emotions, and even when the truth underneath isn't healthy. There is also a sense of emotional denial and quiet resignation running through the track. Yes, after listening to it, I have to say my overall vibe, this isn't a loud or restrained hit from Joji. I mean, it's definitely a slow burn mood piece. Subtle, atmospheric, and emotionally distanced. In a way that long time, I feel like long time Joji listeners will appreciate, especially if you're into his more introspective cuts. Yeah, let me know what you think about this one down the comment section. Yeah, we're moving on to the 17 song titled Silhouette Man. Let's go.
I am just a shadow, don't take offense. Turn song chasing on me, I'm up the fence.
Okay.
Lift up, have me running across the map. Act up, moving dummy, a silhouette. Wrapped up, look around me, there's nothing left.
Yeah.
I am just a little birdie stuck in the nest. Maybe every 2:30 I go to rest.
Okay.
Surely I am always learning, just build a test. I am just a shadow, don't take offense.
Whoa.
Turn song chasing on me, I'm up the fence.
Okay.
Lift up, have me running across the map. Act up, moving dummy, a silhouette. Wrapped up, look around me, there's nothing left. I'm just a little birdie stuck in the nest.
Okay.
Maybe every 2:30 I go to rest. Surely I am always learning, just build a test. Silhouette, I am just a silhouette.
Okay, guys, the 17th song, Silhouette Man. To me, this song, is one of those Georgie tracks that feel more like a mood, than a full song, and I feel like that's very, very intentional. Vocally, I love the fact that Georgie leans into his soft, almost ghost like delivery. The vocals definitely sit low in the mix. I mean, slightly distanced, which to me makes him sound emotionally removed. He's watching himself from the outside. Instrumentation wise, it's definitely stripped down and atmospheric. You've got hazy synth textures, minimal percussion, and a lot of empty space. Nothing is rushed here. The production definitely breeds, letting the emotions do the heavy lifting rather than any big musical moments. As for the meaning, this song feels like it's about identity and erasure. I mean, being present physically but absent emotionally. The silhouette idea suggests someone who exists in outline only, not fully seen or understood, even by themselves. It's short, but definitely hits like an emotional snapshot. It's quiet, it's introspective and unsettling, in in that very Georgie way. Yeah, let me know what you think about it down in the comment section, guys. We are moving on to the 18th song of Fragments with Don Toliver. Let's take a listen. Okay.
I can't promise you forever.
Whoa.
All I'm asking for is
No one
pieces
can.
of you, for pieces of me. I can't put you back together. All I'm asking for is pieces of speaker.
I can't promise you forever. All I'm asking for is pieces of you. For pieces
Guys, the
of
beats.
me. I can't put you back together. All I'm asking for is pieces of you. For pieces of me.
Guys, the 18th song, Fragments with Don Toliver. Joji, to me, Joji delivered, one of his emotionally restrained performances, on this particular song. I mean, it's soft, slightly detached, and almost no fragile. He sounds like, he's holding things back, rather than, letting them explode, which to me, fits the mood perfectly. I mean, Don Toliver, also slides in, with his signature melodic, tone, adding a contrast and texture, without overpowering Joji. I mean, their voices, don't clash. They kind of blare together, which to me, feels intentional. The production is minimal as always, and atmospheric. It's I feel like it's built, on hazy synths, muted drums, and floating almost unfinished feel. Nothing hits hard on purpose. The beat feels like it's drifting, reinforcing that sense of emotional instability. To me, it's one of those tracks where silence and space do a lot of the work. What is the song all about, one may ask? To me, Fragments feels like it's about emotional leftovers, pieces of a relationship or a mindset that never fully healed. Instead of telling a clear story, I mean, the song leans into feelings of disconnection, confusion, and on unresolved attachments. It's not dramatic, heartbreak. It's quieter, it's numb, and a bit reflective, like realizing you are still carrying pieces of something that's already gone. Yeah. This isn't a big immediate hit, in my opinion. It's definitely a mood record, and the kind of song that hits harder the more you sit with this, especially late at night. Subtle, it's introspective, and very, very Georgie, in my opinion. Yeah, let me know what you think about it down the comment section. Moving on to the 19th song, Horses to Water. Let's go. Whoa.
Do or die, do or die. I forget, but I still remember.
Yeah.
Hold it down, human touch. Fuck a check, fuck it up. On the map, if you hold me close, you can see the light. I can see the city. They don't lit a fire. Lace me up, or mess me up. If they mess me up, I'll go Celsius. I'm in the cut, true religions.
Yeah.
What's it like being that high? What's it like being that crazy? Evil ghost, wasted up, light it up. She can see the future, and it's going up. They never show me love, give me loyalty. I say Godspeed, I'm in the shade, I'm still burning up. Carried on my back, and it's all in the legs. And it's all in the legs. Keep it on my shoulder, and I feel it every day. Carried on my back, and it's all in the legs. And it's all in the legs. They say the water's different, but it all tastes the same. They say the water's different, but it all tastes the same.
Yeah.
They say the water's different, but it all tastes the same. They say the water's different, but it all tastes the same.
Whoa.
They say the water's different, but it all tastes the same.
Okay. Wow. I love that piano. Okay, guys, the 19th song, Horses to Water. Yes, this song, feels like one of those, quiet, reflective cuts that, sneaks up on you, rather than, demanding attention. Joji definitely, kept things restrained and intimate. His delivery is soft and almost wary, which to me, perfectly sells the emotional distance and resignation in the song. It sounds less like he's performing and more like, he is confessing. The production for the instrumentation, is minimal and moody as always. A bit of subtle keys, gentle textures and lots of space. Nothing felt overproduced. The simplicity definitely lets the emotions breathe and keeps the focus locked on the feeling rather than the flash. Yeah, lyrically this song leans into the idea of doing all you can for someone and still being powerless to change them. To me it's about emotional limits, quiet frustration, and accepting that effort doesn't always lead to connection. Yeah, so yeah, overall, Horses to Water, it's classic Joji. it's short, it's understated and emotionally heavy. It's not a song that hits hard instantly, but one that lingers once it's over. Yeah, let me know, guys, what you think about this one down in the comment section. Moving on to the 20th song, Strange Home. Let's go.
Strange home. It's all I think about, it's easy.
Whoa. Okay.
Strange home.
Yeah.
We can work this out. 30 million miles. Make it back and stop. Strange home. Things that fall apart.
Yeah.
Felt that from the start. Felt that in my heart. Strange home. It's all I think about, it's easy. Keep running back, it's true. Nothing left inside these shoes. What's left to do? What's left to do? Strange home. We can work this out. 30 million miles. Make it back and start. Strange home. Things that fall apart. Felt that from the start. Felt that in my heart. Strange home. It's all I think about, it's easy. Keep running back, it's true. Nothing left inside these shoes. What's left to do? What's left to do?
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Sounds heavy. Very heavy. All right, the 20th song, Strange Home. This one definitely feels like a classic Joji. In his, introspective bag. Vocally, I love how he leans into that, fragile, half whisper delivery, that makes every single line, feel personal and, slightly detached. Like, he's singing from a distance. The instrumentation is minimal, definitely moody. A bit of soft synths, muted textures, and a slow, drifting groove, that I feel like leaves a lot of emotional space. Lyrically, the song centers on displacement and longing, capturing that feeling of being emotionally home or nowhere, even when you are close to someone. I mean, it's subtle, it's melancholic, and a bit and quietly heavy. The kind of track that grows the longer you sit with it. Yeah. I love that, guys. Moving on to the final song off of this album, titled Dior. Let's go.
How could I forget? Will I see you again?
Wow.
Will I see you again? Somewhere, waiting for the end. Waiting for the end. Bring me shade. I'm yours forever. I'm yours forever. Christian Dior. Destroy the sweater. Destroy the sweater.
Whoa. Okay. Okay, guys. Yes. So that was the final song off of this album, Dior. And I mean, Dior, is classic Joji, in its most stripped back, form. If you ask me, vocally, I love how he leans into that soft and almost fragile delivery. Half song, half confessed, which to me, makes the emotions feel intimate and unguarded. The instrumentation is minimal and moody, built around hazy textures and subtle melodies, that I feel like leave plenty of space, for the vocals, to actually breathe. Lyrically, this song, feels like, a fleeting thought, about distance and longing, luxury, imagining, contrasting with, emotional emptiness. And I mean, the song is short, it's quiet, and definitely understated, but I mean, that's kind of like the point. I mean, Dior definitely plays like a moment, you weren't, supposed to, overhear. And I mean, that raw simplicity is definitely what makes it a hit. Yeah, guys. Wow. So finally, we are done, with this album. 21 tracks. That was definitely a hell of a journey. That was pissing in the wind. I mean, coming into this, now someone who is new to Joji, I mean, I would definitely say this first. This album does not feel like it's trying to impress you. It feels like it's trying to process something, and I feel like that's both its biggest strength and at times its biggest challenge. So for my overall impression about this album, I feel like this album feels deeply internal. It's quiet, in a lot of places, emotionally heavy, without being dramatic, and very, very focused, on mood, over moment. Joji obviously isn't, chasing hooks here. He is chasing atmosphere. He's definitely chasing reflection and emotional honesty. As a first-time listener, I didn't feel like, I was being spoon-fed feelings. I felt like I was being dropped into someone's headspace and told, I mean, sit with this. Yeah, for the vocals and then for the performance on this album was something else. George's voice is definitely understated, but intentional. This man is not flexing range, for the sake of it. I mean, he's I love the fact that he uses restraint. There's also a tiredness, in his delivery that actually works in the album's favor. It sounds like, someone, who is emotionally worn down, but still, trying to, to communicate. What stood out to me is how human, his vocals, feel. I mean, a bit of, slight imperfections, breathing moments, and almost detached at times, but that detachment, feels like, part of the story, not a lack of effort. Yeah, for the production and then the sound, wow, something else. And I mean that in the best possible way. Production wise, this album leans atmospheric, over polished. A lot of tracks, feel hazy. A lot of tracks feel blurred and intentionally unfinished. Like emotional snapshots rather than fully framed pictures. There are also moments, of a beautiful minimalism, moments of experimental chaos, and moments where the album feels like it's floating rather than moving forward. The sequencing matters here, I have to say. I mean, this is not a playlist type of album. It's definitely meant to be experienced in the front to back. That said, as a new listener, there were moments where the album felt a little too long. Some tracks felt more like ideas or transitions than fully realized songs, which can slow momentum if you are already emotionally locked in. Yeah, that's just the downside for me. For the themes and then the emotional core of this album, I mean, lyrically the album circles around emotional distance, loneliness, memory and regret, self-awareness, without self-pity. I mean, nothing felt overly dramatic, and instead it's a subtle sadness, I mean, the kind that creeps up on you later. A lot of lines felt like thoughts you'd never say out loud. And I feel like that's where the album hits hardest. I mean, for standout moments for me listening to this entire album, I mean, there were definite moments where the album clicked hard. I mean, when the production drops back and I feel like I let the vocals breathe. I mean, when a simple melody carries more weight than a big chorus. I mean, when a track ends quietly instead of resolving cleanly. I mean, those moments definitely felt intentional, and honestly they linger. Yeah. I mean, if I'm to keep things real, if I'm to give a little bit of critique, guys, not every track hits equally. Some songs feel more like mood pictures than replay heavy tracks. And as a new listener, that made parts of the album blur together on first listen. I mean, this isn't an album I'd throw on casually. I mean, it definitely asks for attention and patience. If you're looking for instant hooks or high energy moments, this might not be the project that converts you immediately. Yeah. As someone new to Joji, I feel like this album didn't feel like an introduction. It felt like walking in on chapter 4 of a story. But instead of pushing me away, definitely made me curious about what came before. It didn't make me say I love everything here, quote unquote, but it did make me want to understand him more as an artist. And I feel like that's a win. Yeah. So for my final verdict, I mean, Pissing in the Wind is definitely introspective. It's imperfect and emotionally honest. It's not loud. It's not flashy, but definitely feels real. I mean, this feels like an album for late night listening. Headphones on, lights on. Thoughts running. Not everyone will love it. But the people who connect with it, will connect deeply, I have to say. So that's just me. If I'm to rate this album, I'll definitely give this a hard 7.5 out of 10, but that's just me. But I really would want to hear what you guys also have to say about this album. Was this album representative of his sound, or did I jump into the deep end first? I mean, what should I listen to next from his catalog? Please let me know down in the comment section. And did the album hit you immediately, or did it grow on you over time? Please let me know down the comment section. Guys, if you tune in, if you're stuck with me to end the video, you're loved, you're very much appreciated on here. My name is Philip. On to the next album reaction. Take care, stay safe, and then peace out.